I can't even tell you how long it's been. But all I know is I was in a reaction, and the lyrical content put some images in my head, and Dirt Millers who popped out. Now, there's like 8 reactions to the artist on the channel. I had some issue with one of them, and we had to remove it. And then I don't know, drifted into other bands and artists. I don't know what happened. I hope things are going well for the artist and all that stuff. He was nothing but kind to the channel. Acknowledged the reactions and that kind of jazz. So I just thought we'd, for old time's sake, come on over here and check something out. I went to the homepage and I went to his page, and this was the last entry. So we're going with this. Dirt Miller, Little SUSIE.
Well, it started in a little ghetto house. Susie's alcoholic father took his belt and beat her down. And the mama, she cried, but there was nothing she could do when he was tied to his vice. Little SUSIE had a plan. She took the keys from his coat and stole his '89 van. Well, this was the beginning at the end for her life. So searching for a place to begin. Well, long in the tooth, little SUSIE had it bad. Money in her hand with the gun and the bag. While she fought for her life, had the devil in her head. Eyes rolled back as she fell to her end. Little SUSIE didn't cry. Instead, she filled her head with heroin and cursed at the sky. Shadow people lurk in the night as she writes her fraud checks and hopes to get a next high. Well, she saw her face inside the spoon, took the pressure from the tourniquet and sunk into the room. Well, this was the beginning of the end for her life. So searching for a place to begin. Well, long in the tooth, little SUSIE had it bad. Money in her hand with the gun and the bag. While she fought for her life, had the devil in her head. Eyes rolled back as she fell to her end. It was clear that little SUSIE had a drug problem. She took a lot up in a whole fucking bottle of them. Smoked a hit of some fentanyl and slumped in a chair with a glossy-eyed stare. She stopped breathing, so we drug her to the bathroom. Panic on her mind, praying she would come to. Threw her in the shower, turned the water on cold, pulled her tongue from her throat, and she started breathing again. Breathing again. She started breathing again. Long in the tooth, little SUSIE had it bad. Money in her hand with the gun and the bag. While she fought for her life, had the devil in her head. Eyes rolled back as she fell to her end. She took the cotton from a cigarette and put it in a bottle cap. China white, burnt black, then simmered into fumes. Took the point from the table, pushed 50 cc's in her vein just to cure her from the pain. Well,
from the channel's perspective, that's probably the greatest thing I've heard in a while. The whole point of the channel for me is to step outside my comfort zone. I can listen to the same Slayer song for the rest of my life and be happy, right? I mean, I can throw on South of Heaven and I'll be just fine. The channel represents everything outside of a realm I wouldn't, I wouldn't normally mess with. I'm grateful. 4 years in something now, trust me, I listen to a whole bunch of shit. My playlist is as eclectic as it gets. Lyrical content, power, just the. I mean, that was fire. Dirt Miller, that is a hell of a song. That is a hell of a song. Little Susie, uh, sounds like she lived, but damn, wow. I honestly, I'd go check this out. You know how it works over here. It's all opinions for entertainment purposes only, but go over there and let them know what you thought. If that was something that hit hard, I kind of hope Evil Chicken stops by and hears this. Because the reference now, after listening to this content, I mean, there's no denying. I mean, I wish we had Mike Henry back from the first couple years of the channel. He would have noticed right away because he watched them in order. You know what I mean? And he caught the thing. It wasn't some obscure reference. It fit in over there in the Evil Chicken Sugar Cone song with Dirt Miller's aesthetic and the vibe in a lot of his songs. Not making some jokes, but I mean no disrespect. I was just making some jokes. And then come over here and have my mind literally blown. I mean, blended up and smoked up in a fentanyl rig. I don't know. Man. Some hard living folks. Damn. Dirt Miller, Little Susie. That was. For something that just came out of nowhere for no other reason than just got pulled out of the ether. What a reward. No bullshit. That was something else. Later.